Hey,
How am I supposed to do this?
What is this sauce?
that's the mildest one.
Okay, this
Should we
is mildest
introduce the segment? Tell people what we're doing.
Okay, so we're, of course, as if you can't make it out, like by the setting of this, we're trying out hot sauces. This is the mildest one, and like it increases by levels. So Pranay is the smart guy here, so I was like,
nice.
just be a part of the frame. And
I get to
he
eat
thinks
things.
these things are interactive and fun, and
It should be fun.
yeah.
I bet.
Oh, we're like
a
dabbing
lot.
it, huh? We're dabbing it like
Nah, dude, this
No, but
is
like, this
this
seems
is
like
the mildest one.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this.
We're
in.
not sure. We haven't tried these.
Oh, this is just by you're just
Yeah.
eyeballing it.
Yeah.
Acha.
Oh my god.
Nah, fuck it.
Just by reviews.
Alright, cheers.
Okay.
It's a good sauce.
Yeah, bit khatta,
This is not bad at all.
but it's not spicy.
It's not spicy, right?
No.
I feel like our Indian palate's too developed
Yeah.
to be getting fucked by shit like this.
There you go. Ah, fuck.
Oh fuck.
Wow. Really? Come on, bro.
I'll drink this sauce.
Yeah, this is nothing.
You called it, now you have to drink it.
Do a shot.
Do it short?
Yeah, do a shot.
Okay.
Views.
Oh,
my
hey.
god. Jesus. Shit.
Why not?
Eh?
This
Fuck
ain't
it.
hot. It's just some sauce.
Yeah.
Me and Kunal aren't good with spice.
No?
No, at
Neither of
all.
you? Okay.
So way to propose the idea then.
Yeah. No, for sure. And go for
We
the
haven't talked
tender
about
next
your
time.
DJing, by the way, at all.
Yeah.
What is your, what are you, like you,
My
Mr.
opinions on DJ?
Yeah, like out of all the All-Star songs DJs, he is the hottest, most in demand, most out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm.
हमें भी gig दिलवा दे भाई.
No, actually, what got
मैं
you?
मजाक कर रहा हूँ, मजाक.
What
That's a
got
joke.
you interested?
This is a joke.
Yeah, what got you interested?
So you and I have a story
what I
behind
would
all
say
this,
is like
right?
a holistically just culture building.
So, I think back in 2013, when I was in 9th grade, back then, like a lot of these DJs started to come down to India. I mean, Tomorrowland after movies became a thing in 2012.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I got introduced, through YouTube, I got introduced to music.
Okay.
I was listening to all of these artists, not anything underground back then, but it was more like
I'm gonna open the next one to that.
yeah, go for it. All the Hardwells of the world and like Martin Garrixes and Afrojacks and Steve Aoki.
Which was
Diplo,
a form of
Major
underground
Lazer.
back then.
Yeah,
Compared to anything like that's mainstream, it was still
correct.
underground.
And found the sound to be cool. Found the entire idea of it to be. My goal as a DJ always was to fucking play Tomorrowland.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, not
Still?
anymore.
Yeah, okay,
Of
thank
course
God.
not. But, that's how the journey began. Started downloading rips from YouTube. Got to DJ very early in life because like I had a bunch of friends who used to throw parties at their houses, and those parties had like pool parties with like 400 people coming in. So it was me and this friend of mine, Lakshay, that used to DJ. Lakshay now runs Bergamo, the club.
Bergamo? Yeah.
Bergamo.
Bergamo.
It's Bergamo, bro. It's
Really?
in Italy,
It's
yeah.
Bergamo?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And
Cool.
so that's how we started. Like we used to throw parties at this place called Tivoli Gardens.
Yeah, for
One of
sure.
my
Yeah,
friend-
yeah.
my classmate
Garden.
used to, his family used to own the hotel.
Yeah.
Still do. And we started DJing back then
Yeah.
and found the sound to be cool.
What kind of music were you playing?
All the big room sounds, bro.
Like
Like,
the-
Diplo back then, Major
Okay.
Lazer kind of
EDM.
Okay,
sound.
cool.
EDM.
Yeah, a festival trap vibes.
Festival
Yeah.
trap, festival sound. That
Were
happened.
people dancing to that in Tivoli Garden?
Yeah. I mean, we called our crowd, right? We called
Okay.
people from like our batches.
Do
from, like,
different
different
get
schools,
laid.
Get
Okay,
fucked,
I
yeah.
see, I
Now,
see.
you're not getting laid when you're in 10th grade, but like, yeah, making out is like getting laid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so explored more sounds over the years. I was able to bag gigs very quickly at like Kitty Sue and like a lot of these places back
Sure.
then when they were
Yeah.
popping, like
Yeah.
in 2015, 2014.
Oh, yeah? How old were you?
17. I wasn't allowed to.
Fuck,
enter
you were
the club.
17?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, man. We started mad
16,
late then.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like because a lot of these promoters identified me at playing at these parties for kids, they were like, okay, this kid can draw in people. So
promoter vibes. Correct.
So
Very cool.
I was able to do that. I opened for. You remember the track "Welcome to the Jungle," bitch? Like it was like a big room house sound.
Absolutely
like,
not.
So it had like
No, that sounds like shit.
millions and millions. So this big DJ Alvaro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
Sure,
like a big
someone.
room house
Yeah,
DJ.
yeah.
Tommy Trash.
Yeah, yeah.
I opened
That
for
name I've heard, yeah.
I opened for Tommy Trash in Delhi.
okay.
Again, like when I was 17.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
that's how my
song.
DJing career like
So very
started.
different but interesting.
Very
Yeah.
different, dude.
Entry
20
to the thing.
2016, I moved. I'd been playing a bunch of shows. I was playing shows in Goa as well. Like during like when so after school, like after you graduate from school, like a lot of these Delhi schools, kids go to Goa like as just like a graduation trip.
Sure, yeah.
I was able to bag a gig there as well. So like again, like all these people had turned up, and then like I decided, okay, I want to go to music school after college. And my parents were like, "Fuck off! Like you're not going to fucking music school."
To produce?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna join like True School of Music or like some shit like that. In Bombay.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna-
Yeah.
And thank
were like-
my fucking parents, like not they
Don't send your kids to fucking music
school. Don't do that.
Do it. I mean, it's,
I'm
yeah.
kidding. No, don't do that. So my parents were like, fuck off, you don't get to go to music school. If you want to do a course, do it on the side. We'll
Not
do
if
it.
they're playing Tommy Trash. Then,
Yeah.
then don't send it.
Exactly. So,
But then there's some fucking money in the business, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
that happened. Moved to Bombay. Then I happened to connect with the Jwala crew. So like Charms, Karan Kanchan, all of these boys
Right.
that were playing music.
yeah.
Start talk to like Sohail, like Krunk back then for internships. I identified like a lot of these people. Like I knew who Tej was like when I was 17, and like I was like, okay, this guy's managing Nuclear back then. So that was like the cool sound, and through that I discovered like more of these DJs in collective, like Dasta.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
then,
Dasta,
like,
for sure.
discovered the Indian sound, like what was going on in Indian electronic music. Through that, like it started going to Bonobo, attending like a lot of these shows.
Nice,
Got
so Bombay,
introduced to like the Bombay culture, which is way more underground than your regular Delhi culture. When I was in Bombay, in fact, I identified Box Out. So
Yeah.
this was when I was
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
And so, okay, all
Yeah,
of
that's
these
what
cool
we-
things are happening, connected with like Jehan, Karan Kanchan, all these Jwala boys back in the day, started playing shows there as well.
Right.
During college, like when I was 19, like I applied to like Tej and at OML.
Huh.
Okay, by that time, like Tej had left, like I applied to Rahul Sinha. Started working with OML. Did like an artist management internship just to like understand what
Okay.
the culture was all about.
Yeah.
So worked with Divine, Ankur Tiwari, a lot of these artists.
In what a capacity? Like,
I was an intern, so I was
Intern,
working with like all of these main managers.
All the
like,
managers,
yeah,
basically.
So
Okay.
Chaitanya,
Yeah.
the guy who runs
So
Kali
you
Gang
initially
now.
also approached it more like business, a little bit more business standpoint.
100%.
business
So,
first, yeah.
so after 18, I was just like, okay, maybe not just DJing. Like I want to understand
Learn
what
about
the
the business of music, yeah.
business of music is. Injured my knee during college. Moved back to Delhi for a bit, like 3-4 months. I'd connected with. I knew like Lalit, who was running Raw Life back then. Lalit,
Yeah, yeah,
Abhilash, Ishit, all of these guys. They started a record label called Frisian. And they started Raw Life back then. Like they shut their company Deep Sound that used to manage Zayden and all these other
Sure,
folks.
yeah.
Started Raw Life, so I started working with Raw Life again. Did that for a bit. Moved back to Bombay. Went for AD like during that time.
Yeah.
So got to meet like so that time I was really like on the Ausla sound, like all your Skrillex, Miha, Valentino Khan. So
Yeah,
attended
yeah.
a bunch of these showcases, attended showcases by Richie Houghton, like got really exposed to that sound, met Nicholas Jar, interacted with him,
Yeah.
Sick.
got to see
Yeah.
another world. Came back with a fresher thought that like, okay, there's much more to like the
Yeah.
kind of music that I've been listening to. Did that stint for a bit, then started DJing again. Started working with artists back then in Bombay, like Jehan, Charms and all, to send their music to more global record labels.
Okay.
Like just like starting to reach out to a lot of these people. Saw a space between like, so I had like from where I came from, like I had all of these friends and like kids who used to listen to a lot of